Welcome, my little beauties, to another cross-tag battle video. Today I am ecstatic to bring you a character profile on Team RWBY's Yang Xiao Long. Honestly, Yang was the easiest character for me to just pick up and play. Rushdown characters are my favorite kind of characters to play, and Yang is very much so a rushdown character. She loves to get in close and apply pressure. But before I get too sidetracked, let's talk about her abilities. Crouching B is Yang's anti-air attack. When it hits, you can jump cancel it into an air combo, but since you're already airborne, you won't be able to jump cancel it again. Instead, you'll have to bring your opponent back to the ground and try to link in with a ground combo. Yang's standing B has slight armor that can withstand the enemy's body attack from the middle of its motion. As long as Yang is already throwing the punch, she'll be able to tank one attack and still have the punch come out. This can be a good way to punish an overly offensive opponent. However, remember that Yang can only take one attack. If she takes more than one attack during her standing B, she'll drop it and most likely be punished. If your opponent has really fast normals or throws a special, standing B won't save you. When Yang's health is in the red, she'll activate her semblance. This will put her in an empowered state. It also strengthens and changes the characteristics of her standing A and standing, crouching, and jumping B. Yang's reversal action is called Strawberry Sunrise and is performed by inputting A and D. For the most part, it's your standard DP. Yang uppercuts the opponent into the air. This attack can be used on the ground or in the air. Now on to her specials. Yang's first special is called Firecracker and is performed by inputting quarter circle forward and A, B, or C. The A version will shoot a fireball toward the ground a short distance in front of Yang. The B version will shoot it a little farther. The C version shoots a fireball the same distance as the B version, but it does more damage. The C version also costs 1 bar of meter. This move also has an air variant called Bottle Rocket. Like Firecracker, it is performed by inputting quarter circle forward and A, B, or C, however this special must be done in the air. It's very similar to her previous special. The A version throws a fireball toward the ground a short distance ahead of Yang, the B version throws it a little farther, and the C version is the same distance as the B version, but does more damage at the cost of 1 bar of meter. Yang's next attack is called Burst of Embers, and is performed by inputting quarter circle backward and A. Yang will dash a short distance forward and strike the enemy with an elbow. This attack also has armor as Yang is rushing forward. After the elbow hits, you can perform a follow-up attack by pressing A, B, or C. Pressing A will perform Rising Fire. Yang will uppercut the opponent into the air and then kick them. This is your basic follow-up, and you'll be using this one a lot. Pressing B will perform Too Hot to Handle. Yang will jump and perform a spinning axe kick. This kick is an overhead, making it effective on low blocking opponents. Also, Yang jumps to perform the kick, making her invulnerable to low attacks while in the air. This attack is very unsafe, and you're more likely to drop a combo if you try to do the B version. However, it is extremely valuable on block string. It's a very good mix-up tool to punish opponents that like to block a lot of your attacks. Pressing C will perform Raging Inferno. Yang will assault the opponent with a flurry of punches, ending in a devastating hook. This attack costs 1 bar of meter to use, however the enemy will be open for quite a while after the move is over, allowing you to follow up or just assure your safety after it lands. Yang's next attack is called Cold Shoulder, and it's performed by inputting quarter circle backward and B. This is actually a command grab that dashes a good distance forward. Anyone who plays traditional fighters knows just how valuable command grab with this range is. This is an excellent ability to punish a blocking opponent. Also, if Yang's semblance is active, then this attack can actually be followed up with additional attacks. Yang's last special is called Perfect Bombshell, and is performed by inputting quarter circle backward and C. This is actually a command grab that costs 1 bar of meter to use. Yang will uppercut the opponent several times and then punch them away, ending in a wall bounce. This attack has a short reach and a quick activation time, making it easier to incorporate into a combo. It's also immune to overhead attacks while Yang is in her uppercut motion. This attack can connect to the opponent in any state except crouching. If the opponent crouches, this attack will whiff. Now that we've talked about Yang's specials, let's move on to her supers. Yang's first super is called Burning Gold and is performed by inputting quarter circle forward and B and C. Yang will dash forward full screen and deal a devastating punch. While it can be used full screen, intermediate players will have an easier time blocking it from a distance. Yang's next super is called Unrelenting Fire and is performed by inputting quarter circle backward and B and C. Yang will dash forward a short distance and hit the enemy with repeated punches. If this attack hits, Yang will finish her barrage with a final devastating punch. If this super is blocked or whiffed, then the final hit will not happen. This super is also easily incorporated into combos. Finally, we reach Yang's astral finish. Yang's astral finish is called Yellow Dragon. Yang will jump and perform a spinning axe kick. If it connects, Yang will follow up with a blistering combo finished by a devastating blow to the ground. Now on to Yang's auto combos. When you mash A, it looks like this. And when you mash B, it looks like this. Now that we know Yang's abilities, let's go over some tips on how Yang likes to play. Like I said at the beginning, Yang is very much a rushdown character. Yang is happiest when she's in the opponent's face applying pressure, and pressure is what she's really good at. Her abilities allow her to perform some damaging combos as well as apply really good pressure on block string. She can mix up the opponent pretty well, giving a hard time to anyone who wants to block too many of Yang's attacks. Her command grabs are also something your opponent is going to have to watch out for. Her command grab and dash attack have similar range, so you can use this to mix up your opponent as well. If your opponent gets used to blocking Burst of Embers, then you can punish them with a cold shoulder. Intermediate players, however, will eventually be able to pick apart the differences between the two and react accordingly. Yang can also use Firecracker and Bottle Rocket to counter her opponent from a distance. Just because you may not be able to go in doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Use fireballs to create openings to rush in, or use them to counter an opponent's attempts to rush in. Let them know, hey, just because I'm not rushing you right now doesn't mean that I'll let you rush me. Her supers can also be incorporated into combos pretty well, so you can always find a way to finish a combo off with some good damage. Yang is really good at pressuring the opponent, however don't be reckless. If you do something without thinking, especially up close and personal, your opponent can capitalize on your mistakes and punish you. Rush in with a cool head and think about what you're doing. If your opponent is blocking, then apply pressure and try to mix them up. If your opponent is attacking, block accordingly and look for an opening to counterattack with Yang's armored moves or her DP. If your opponent is rushing you, counter them with fireballs or with her dashing specials. Keep the opponent on their toes and constantly sweating. Your opponent may come into the fight thinking that they can handle anything you throw at them, that they're a flawless diamond compared to you. It's your job to show them otherwise, that even diamonds can be shattered to dust when you put under enough pressure. And I think that'll about do it for the video. Thank you for watching my character profile on Yang. Yang isn't a new character, but I still really wanted to make a video on her. I'm a huge fan of RWBY, so I couldn't help it. In fact, you can expect breakdowns for the rest of Team RWBY as well. If you like these videos, then give the video a like and comment on who you'd like to see me break down next. If you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I am your goddess, Crimson Reapress, and I'll see you next time.